Now I'm going to post this on all my channels, my relationship channel, my spiritual channel, and my cigar channel. On every channel, I smoke cigars. And on every now and then, there is always someone on each one of those channels who wants to make a comment about the fact that I'm smoking my cigars. Usually, those comments are mentioned or made because a person on those channels can't debate the information to which I am bringing forward, so they look for something that they can attack, something to make them feel better about what they want to say and the fact that they can't say anything about what I'm talking about. Well, on the relationship channel, right now we are doing a weight loss challenge. So I think that this is very apropos that I'm going to talk about my cigars and the fact that most Americans and most people, period, are dumb as fuck. And I mean to say it that way, that they are dumb as hell, easily duped. You see, I want you to think about something for a second. The countries with the longest life expectancy, Japan being number one, their life expectancy is around 84 years. The life expectancy in America is around 74 years. In the countries that have the least amount of cancer, America is not one of them. America actually falls in about 60th place as far as, well, no, I'm saying that part wrong. America actually falls in the top 10 of places with people with cancer in comparison to other countries of similar levels of industrialization. But that 60th place to which I'm talking about is where America falls as far as tobacco consumption. Now, it doesn't make sense, right, that America has such a high volume of cancer, but yet, when it comes to tobacco use, they're at 60%. Roughly about 24% of Americans use tobacco. Whereas in countries like Japan, that number is a hell of a lot higher. It's closer to around 50% of people in Japan who use tobacco products. That's right, you go to Japan, you go to Miramar, you go to Monaco, and what you will see is people are constantly puffing and puffing on cigarettes. Now, these are cigars. They're all natural. They do not have the 106 to 450 chemicals that you find in cigarettes. And we don't inhale, so it doesn't go into our lungs. Yet, Americans and other countries such as America like to focus on tobacco use as a leading cause of heart disease and cancer, whereas America is in the top as far as heart disease and diabetes, yet it is only 60 in tobacco use. So what could possibly be actually causing the health problems in America that increases diabetes, heart disease, and cancer? You guessed it. It's your diet. Do you know that the majority of products that are sold to Americans are illegal to be sold in those countries with higher life expectancy? Like in countries like Norway and Sweden and Japan, you cannot get Oreos. You cannot make fast food the same way that we make it here in America. That's why some of it tastes a bit different when you go there, because they can't use all the preservatives and all the chemicals that are placed in American foods. All those, dye number yellow 10 or 3, whichever one it is, and 10 for red, and they don't use those. You can't use it. All the petroleum that goes into many of the and most of the foods and products that you use in America are not legal to be sold in these countries with higher life expectancy. And in those countries, they don't even work out. They walk, they do their Tai Chi, things of that nature, but they don't go to the gym. You know how hard it was to find a gym off base when I lived in Germany? It wasn't easy. But in America, you can find a gym everywhere. So why are Americans dying so much faster? Why do Americans have such a low state of health with all the industrialized medicines and things of that nature? It's because of the food that you consume and your lack of mobility. So when next time you want to talk about my cigars, I want you to think about the fact that it is your diet that's going to kill you way faster than anything that I'm smoking. And just to give you an update, It's only been about 2 weeks since we started this program of getting ourselves into a better, healthy situation so that we can have a healthier mind and healthier body, healthier relationship, healthier spirituality. I have lost 1.5 pounds in a week and a half to 2 weeks. Where are you on that scale? How are you doing with your challenge? And for all those who got something to say about my cigar, how about you argue the point instead of trying to argue about my cigars? And always remember, you have to free yourself to be yourself because your greatness is non-negotiable. Good journey, good vibrations.